welcome to my second segment of My Sug Spot. I'm Sug. I am so glad you are here. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. Now that Christmas is over, what are we all thinking about? You said it, New Year. A new year is just days away, and to me, it's epic. 2020. Since the beginning of 2019, all I've said is Vision Year 2020. I'm going to see things so much clearer in 2020. Which leads me to the infamous vision board. Come on, we've all heard of one. Some of us have even done one, if not one or two. Some of us may even be in the process of doing one or just completed one for 2020. I've done one in the past too, and I think they have purpose. And for the purpose of this segment, this is my makeshift vision board. It has some of the things that I see for myself because we all know that vision is about the future. I have groups Sug spots internationally, nice, warm, inviting spaces, a nice kitchen. I've learned to love to cook as I've gotten older, and I can experiment more. Relaxation, come on, who doesn't want to relax? I've picked mine on the water. Nice open spaces, house with a pool so that I can exercise and be fit. Mission work. I believe it's good to give back. So again, I believe that they serve purpose because what it does is they give us visualization of what we want in the future. However, I would like to just extend that just a little to provide just a little mini coaching session. Remember, I mentioned that on session number 1. So here we go. So instead of naming it vision board, which is so ordinary, I suggest giving it a name that inspires and motivates and makes you smile. Something that takes notice and makes you want to do 3 things, either one of 3 or all 3. Change, achieve, and do. That's basically what a vision board is about, something that you want to change. You could even have fitness on here, or something you want to achieve, or something you want to do. Very similar to life coaching, because that's what it's about. Things we want to change, achieve, or do. That's life, basically, isn't it? Second tip is, if you are giving your vision board a year, Vision Board 2020, I would suggest that you extend the year and say 2020 and beyond. This way, it gives you some grace if you're unable to achieve that goal in 2020. Because let's be honest, on this vision board, outside of just a miracle or me just busting butt, most of these things will take past 2020. So that is why my suggestion number 2 is say 2020 and beyond, or leave the year out altogether. And then the third is probably the most important. Apply my 4 stages of coaching, which are what, why, how, and when. And remember, vision by itself is stagnant. It requires little to no action. It only requires sight. Okay, so back to the coaching session. So what? Determining the what. That's probably the easiest stages in anything. We all know what we want. There it is. The vision board has already said what we want. So you have 1 or 2 choices here. You could either transfer the pictures to the what category, or just write it down. So if it's a house, say house. Oh, and I didn't add this tip. These are easel papers, adhesive easel papers. And if you are really serious about making strategic moves in your life to get from one space to another, I would suggest you purchasing some of these because it allows you to write and take down and cross off, and it's big enough, and it's just really a good visual board. There we go with that again. Okay, the next step is determining the why. Why do you want the what? Is the why big enough? It has been my experience. If the why is not big enough, sometimes you're unable to sustain it. And sometimes it's unable to propel you to see it through. So determine the why. Why do you want the what? Why do I want Sug sessions all over internationally? I can answer that really quickly. Stages 3 and 4 are how and when. Now these are the most challenging stages. Why? Because this is when you have to put vision to action. This is when you have to put vision into steps so that you can see this come into fruition. So this can become life and other than something you just see in your head. So this is the most challenging because this is where people get stuck or they stop altogether. Why? Glad you asked. Because they lack the tools, the resources, the support, and the strategies to make smart goals and smart goal plans. And stages 3 and 4 are where life coaches are most beneficial. So I'd like you to stay tuned for my next segment when we will talk about what is a life coach and what do they do. In the meantime, I'd like to wish you a happy new year. I hope that all those things that you have planned for yourself will come to life. And I also hope that you would consider working with a life coach in 2020. Until then, don't forget to pack. Remember, that's PAK. And it stands for being present, aware, and knowing. Happy New Year. See you in 2020.